Probably already seen this DIY already. If you haven't, go and check it out on how to make this gorgeous Christmas wreath for cheap. It was so cheap to make. So I'm going to be showing you how to make some other pieces that I have. I'm going to be doing a whole big Christmas DIY for cheap, very affordable. I'm going to be using so many stuff from Hobby Lobby, Dollar Tree, Michael's, and what other store did we use? It's just going to be in the description box for whatever I used in here, and just stuff I found left over at the house from like the past Christmases. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, and let's do this huge DIY video. I'm not showing you the other ones because I'm going to leave it as a surprise to the end, to each end of each part. So this video is probably going to be all over the place because I wanted to split it up into different videos, but I'm just going to put them all in one big video. So let's get started. So the first DIY is this Christmas dress. I'll be showing you how to do it. I'm going to spray the top part of this, not the bottom, because as I said, you're not going to see the bottom. So the main part is to spray the top part, and this one is going to be pink, like a nice Barbie pink, all the way to the midsection actually. And you'd have dress. I'm going to be using some white tinsel, and I got this one from Hobby Lobby. 50% off because, you know, they're doing sales for all the Christmas stuff, and I think one should be enough because it's very full. I like this because it has like little, you know, it's like iridescent, and it has like these little bit like pink things in it, so it's going to really match the tree, match the base of the tree that I painted. So yeah, that's from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to be using white lace, which is also from Hobby Lobby, and this is 50% off as well. Now I'm going to be using this, which is also 50% off right now from Hobby Lobby, which is just these pearls. And I've got so much on here. It's in the Christmas section, decor section. And you're going to need some pins, which I bought from Walmart, these dress pins. You want them. What I'm going to do for my one is I'm going to be putting like a lace bodice. I felt I was going to do all the way up to the neck, but I decided last minute not to. I'm going to just do a simple top. So I'm gonna just drape it across the chest, and I feel like I would do like this and just pin it to the mannequin, but make sure you just eyeball it and it looks really good. So I'm gonna pin it right here to the mannequin. Wow, I didn't know these pins are really hard to get in, maybe because I have really long nails, but I probably have to use my actual dressing pins now. See, being a fashion designer, I have these like heavier pins, and unfortunately to do this project you're probably going to have to get them, because unless you can just hold things in place, but you will need them. They're not expensive, you can get them on Amazon, is where I got mine from. So, and even these ones are finding it hard to push through, but there we go. You just want to hold it on both sides. See, it's even hard for my nails to grab it, so I'm going to hold it right here. And obviously, because this is not like a real human body, it doesn't have to be perfection. We're just draping it. So I'm just going to pin this to this, and then I'll show you how it comes. That's off. That is not going to be needed, which is all of this. It doesn't have to be perfect, because again, this is a project. It's not on a real human being. It's not going to be. Now it's firmly not glued yet, but now it's firmly on. What I'm going to do is just give it like some shape, and I'm not doing the back of it because obviously this is just for video purposes, and it's going to only be used in my house. No one's going to not many people are going to see the back of it, so I'm not going to focus on the back. So what I'm doing is I'm just like fixing up all of this lace like this, and there we go. I think that looks good. You see that? And I'm going to just do the same on this side. It doesn't come off really tacky, and just like one bead of glue just to make sure it's secure, and glue that top part down. And I'm going to do it all the way around. You see, it's laying flat. I love it. So all I did was I just went to the sides. I cut the sides and I glued it down so it's not going around at the back, because I'm not, like, I don't need it to do it at the back. And this is how it looks. Potentially the easiest part. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm going to actually go high up, and I'm going to take those pins that I had earlier. I'm going to just sit it up, and I'm going to just poke through like this, and make sure you check the other end. And I'm just gonna bring it up high as I want it. I want it to be a very high dress. Starting to look beautiful. So the final step for this dress is I'm going to add some pearl like straps to the top. I'm going to take 2 pearls that I cut off from, and you have to do this very fast, this part, and hold it and pull it backwards like this. So this is how it came out. Came out absolutely gorgeous. I love it. So I have it decorated with the wreath that I made. If you haven't watched that video, go and check it out. This is the wreath. It's still looking so pretty. I love it, but it just looks so gorgeous with this. So girly and so glam and so easy to make. You don't see this type of stuff in the shop, and that's what I like about this. So this is how everything turned out. It's just literally a gorgeous dress, and it's just, I just love it. It's very whimsical and Christmassy, but also high fashion at the same time, and very, very dainty and girly. And as you can see, I set it up with a flower vase, candles. This will look really good on your office desk, your table. You know, it's just the prettiest Christmas decoration I could ever come up with, and I just love it so much. Here it is. I love. Also, this Christmas project is really, really simple. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be making these, well, what we're going to be doing is making these gorgeous tree cones, and some will be fur, feather, rhinestone, pearls, just whatever you want. Very simple to make, very cheap to make. I got this paper from Dollar Tree for 50 cents. Can you imagine? I mean, paper doesn't cost that much, but you know what I'm trying to say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first fold this. So I already have 2 that I've made, and this is how it comes out in the end. So you staple the bottom, you put tape on the sides. So that's what I'm going to do with this one first. And I'm going to be doing like 3 of these. So depending how big you want to make it, you first start, like this one's going to be a tall skinny one. So I'm going to bring the paper in as much as possible, like that. This one's going to be tall and skinny till I get to the end of it. And you have to really hold it tight. Finish doing that, you're going to tape up the top of it. Don't worry if this doesn't look super cone-like, because when you cover it with all the fabric, it's going to look sharp at the top. And what you're going to do is staple the sides, so the bottom of it, so just staple it so it's really secure. And then after stapling it, what you're going to do, so it doesn't stand wonky, you're going to just cut round the edges to make sure it's all smooth, so it stands really straight and really good. So you're going to have to keep doing this until you get like a perfect even, until it's perfectly even on all sides. So this stands really even, so that's perfect. Because if you don't have it standing even, it's going to be messed up when you put all the fabric and stuff like that. I have 3 cones. I'm doing 3, and as I said, they should be different sizes, because you know how odd sizes look really good together. And also I like to do different, like when I'm not weights, but like different heights and obviously different sizes, not weights, but so one should be like skinny, one should be wide, one should be like kind of in between. So this is my wide one, this is my like in between, and this is my really skinny one. So that's how it's gonna, well, that's my really skinny one. One of them is my really skinny one. I think this one looks skinny. You decide which one is skinny, but that's how it should be. Like, you see how this one tapers at the top? They should just be slightly different from each other in size and height. I think that's what makes it really beautiful. So now I'm going to put the fabric on these pieces. I'm using this fur right here, which I got from Hobby Lobby, and it's super cheap. They're ready. And I'm also going to be using this trim for this one, and I've been dying to use it because if you watch the vlog of when I went to get this looks so gorgeous on pink. It just would stand out so much. And if you're looking for something cheap, you can use the Dollar Tree ones, the Dollar Tree rhinestone trim that they have. But this is more, to me, it's more prettier than the one at Dollar Tree. I mean, come on, it looks like actual diamonds. Blue. And then just start to wrap it around like this, almost possible, because you really don't want all of this to show. And it's really not going to show anyway. So there we go. So then we're going to glue this side down here, but at the top you're going to want to do the same thing I just did. So I'm just going to glue the fabric area so you don't get all this. This is done. So perfect. Look at the sides. You will never be able to tell. You can't even see it, but the line is there. Now I'm done. I'm going to do this off camera because it's kind of hard to film it tilted, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue all of this. This is how it's going to look like when it's done, but I'm just wrapping this around like this, and I'm just going to take my glue gun and gently just glue these down. But this is so... I used some lace for this one that I got from Hobby Lobby. It's this gorgeous pink lace here, and they also have it in white and other colours, but I tried to use this like mauve pink to just like, you know, so it can stand out. And it's, all I did was I did the same technique with the fur, and I just wrapped it over this cone, and I stapled it at the bottom. I glued it to the edges. Now I was gonna like do this, which was to add some pearls going around it, but I don't know if that's gonna be too much, so I might do it last minute, I don't know. But what I'm going to do now is just glue this pom-pom, which is also, it's like a pink pom-pom at the top. And this is also from Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to just glue the end of it. And I'm going to attach it to the top because I think it's just so pretty. And I had to use it somehow in this project. So just going to attach it to the top and let that sit for a bit. And that's going to stay at the top of this. Even though this pink is like a slightly different pink from this cone, I just think it just looks really pretty on the top. It's very, very girly, and I love the lace. So I might put, I mean, you can do the pearls, but I think this is just perfect and it just looks gorgeous. So that's that. How they came out in the end. They came out so beautiful. I love them so much. They just look so gorgeous and so unique. And I think it looks really good on this Chanel coffee table book. I don't even know which one my favourite is. They're just so Christmassy and different. I just love it, and I can't wait to put them in a good space. I love this pink one here. I just don't even know which one I like the best, to be honest. Comment down below which one you like the best, but this is how they turned out. They're just so perfect. I love it. Oh, and that's my mannequin to the side. And look how they look next to the wreath. Wow, this is so gorgeous, dolls. For the white one, I used the rhinestone trim from Dollar Tree. Make it very... Gonna peel this off and then take all of this off, and then when you're like finished peeling this off, it's going to look like this, obviously. So we're going to spray basically the base of this. You're not going to need your tinsel for this project. So with this DIY, it's so much more simple, like easy to do. I mean, they're about the same, but this one is basically to put on your table, on your office desk, just in your beauty area. This is very simple. You would need these from Dollar Tree. They're just very sturdy little candlesticks. You would need at least, like, depending how many you're making, but you would need one for each one. I also got some cardboard from Dollar Tree and basically cut it into this shape here. You can choose to spray paint this or not, but basically this is going to sit on top of this, like this. oops, we're going to glue this down to this, and then this is going to sit on top the tree. So therefore it's going to, you're going to see at the end how it looks like basically. So I spray painted this, and this is how it came out. I'm going to be using lace for this one, and I'm going to be wrapping around the lace like this. And if you want to spray paint the bottom, you can, if you want it to match the top. I'm not going to be doing it for this project, but I'm going to just leave it gloss, but you can spray paint that if you want to. I like the gloss look. So basically I'm going to wrap this around and glue this lace that I got from Hobby Lobby to this cone, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next. So I'm going to just glue all of this really tightly so it glues. And then once that's glued, I'm going to cut all the excess off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap some of this beads, pearl beads around it. As I said, I got them from Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to start at the top and then work my way down to the bottom. Wrap it around like with no, maybe I'll just go like in an odd shape or with no style. And just keep wrapping it until I get what I want, and then I'll glue. Now this is done. So pretty. Oh my god, it's so dainty. What I'm going to do is I've cut out a circle and out of cardboard from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to take some E6000 glue, or you can use some hot glue if you don't want to spend too much money on stuff, and just, but E6000 glue like creates a nice like permanent bond, a forever bond, and basically you just like glue the edges. And then just take the circle and put it right smack in the middle. And then we're going to take our tree and pretty much glue the perimeter of this. And take the tree and stick it exactly where you want it, like where you think it's really pretty. Sit somewhere and dry, and this is how it looks like. I'm going to pull the camera up so you can see. So pretty. And this is just a gorgeous table piece, and you can spray paint the bottom if you want to, but I'm going to leave it as it is. I think it's just a gorgeous piece to put on your table, like on, you know, dining table for Christmas or by a window. So this is how they came out, dolls. I absolutely love it. You can go like harder on this and add like little rhinestones in between. I wanted to do that, but I'm running out of time, and I just think just leaving it very simple is okay. You can have like a candle next to it. It's just perfect. They're really beautiful. I decided to leave the bottom just as is. I just love it. I'm obsessed. I think it's just so beautiful. I love how the pink shows through the inside. I think that's a nice little detail it has. And the clear parts, I just love it. I think it's just such a nice design, and it's so cheap to make, like under $10 literally for all of this. Literally under $10 when you think about it, and it's so simple, and you just never find this anywhere. So here it is. If you want something small, here it is. Instead of the big cones, try this one out. Project, and the final project is going to be these boxes, and obviously you're not seeing boxes right now, but basically what I'm going to be doing is making some Christmas tree boxes, like boxes to put under your Christmas tree, and just decoration to put around your house. So what we're going to be using is cardboard, also still from Dollar Tree. And basically, as you can see already, I've just got basic squares. You can use anything as your square. I used a picture frame from Dollar Tree, and I just took that shape. And all you're doing is you're tracing this, the shape, and that's what I have here. So you need at least 5 of them, or 6 if you want one on the bottom. So basically, I'm just going to cut this out. All of these 4 pieces I'm going to cut out. You'll be left with these pieces here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to duct tape these together into the shape of a box. I'm going to tape the boxes up. So I'm going to start with this one like this, and it doesn't matter how like nice they look, because they're going to be covered with fur and whatever you choose to use. I'm using fur for this one. You can use lace like the other projects that we've done, but I'm going to use fur, so it doesn't matter how neat it is because it's going to be covered at the end of the day. You can choose to leave the bottom without anything on it, but I'm going to obviously close the top because that's where a lot of the work on this box is going to be, so you want the top to be secured. So Just use duct tape, don't use regular tape, because duct tape literally holds everything together. So we're just going to take all of these sides at the top with very strong duct tape. Don't get any cheap one because this will fall apart. And you want it to just be perfect. Like, you don't have to have it neat because, as I said, we're going to cover all of this. This is just the base of the box. So take all of this up. So using some of the leftover fur that I got from Hobby Lobby, I am going to just staple this fur to the box, and this is probably the most... Okay, so as you can see, I used some of the ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby, and it's this like really good, like pretty shabby chic ribbon, and it's $6.99, but don't forget to use the 40% off discount. So what I did is I'm going to now glue this onto the box, and that's what I'm going to do right now. This doesn't work, but I'm going to be using this. I just want to force it. I just have to force it. So it's these pom-poms from Hobby Lobby. I wish that they had it in like a different, like the shade of pink that it looks like a salmon pink. I wish it was in this same pink, but I'm just going to force it on there. It's just going to have to work. And I'm going to use these balls that I got from Walmart. So I think I'll start with the gold one first. And I'm just going to put it in the corner. And I'm just going to like use all of these. Here's this pink one. And just build it up to something really pretty. And I'm going to use this like one here and just stick it inside. Might put some pearls in there in between. Just stick it in there, and then yeah, I'll probably throw some pearls inside this because I think that'll look really gorgeous. Right there. So yeah, just gonna mess around with this. Starting to look so gorgeous. I'm now just gonna add the final touch to this, and I bought this at Dollar Tree I think like 2 Christmases ago. So I'm just gonna glue this piece in here, and I believe that's gonna be complete. I think tilted looks really good, but it can sit like that. I think like this. How gorgeous is this? Wow. And of course I put on my infamous Chanel pink book. It just adds a touch of glamour to it. How gorgeous is this? Wow. I don't know if this is my favourite thing of the project, but I am just obsessed with how beautiful this came out. Wow. So we are done. I'm now going to set everything on the table so you can see how everything came out. Wow. I'm amazed, dolls. It's just so beautiful. Dolls, look at it. It came out so perfect. Here is all of the DIYs that I did. The dress, all of them. They look so beautiful set up. I am obsessed. So if you enjoyed this DIY, give it a big fat thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, subscribe down below. Let me know what your favourite piece in this DIY is, and I'll see you dolls in my next video. Share this video also, and have